Hello, and a very warm welcome to Evolving Consciousness. This channel is all about building your best version, helping you evolve into a better version, helping you evolve your consciousness. If you are new to this channel, in this channel we talk about topics related to self-development, topics related to evolving yourself into a better version so that you can live a more fulfilling life, a more productive life, a life which is more of a service to others and a life which is truly in every sense fulfilling to you. Coming to the topic of this video, as you guys have already known, we have been talking about the 7 spiritual laws of success, and in the last video we talked about this law of intention and desire. One thing I did notice in that video was that I had given you a very rudimentary understanding, a surface level explanation of the law, but I did not go into the practical dimensions of it. I did not go to the aspects which you could practically implement in your day-to-day life. So I thought I'll make a part 2 of this video which will address that aspect. Now in that video we talked about these the two foundational elements of that law, that is, one is intention, another is desire. And we also discussed the tremendous capacity of these two elements to bring about a profound change, right from our body to right from our environment to our manifestations, right? Now let's go a bit deeper into it. So in the book, Deepak Chopra says that attention energizes. Whatever you give your attention to, be it positive or negative, it's going to grow. As the saying goes, right? What we focus on expands, and what we stop giving attention to withers away. Now intention transforms it. Intention triggers the energy and the physical elements behind your particular ambition or a particular intended outcome. And a very beautiful aspect of it is whenever we talk about intentions, right, immediately we equate it to desires, immediately we equate it to the dreams which we have. But here's the catch. When we normally refer to desires, we have a particular desire, but that desire is clouded with this element of attachment. But Deepak Chopra says intention is desire without an attachment to an outcome. Now this is something very strange or unconventional or difficult to digest, because the very fact that we have a desire, we are bound to get attached, right? That's how our limbic brain thinks. But that's the beauty of it. He says, sorry about that. He says when we have a particular intention without attachment, that is a superpower. Because attachment drains us. Attachment to the outcome, trying to control the outcome, drains us from our vital energy, drains us from that element of trust which we should have within the universe, right? But intention is a desire without attachment. And he says that when we practice present moment awareness, because let's remember, we can take actions only in the present moment. We cannot take actions in the past, we cannot take actions in the future. But when we are constantly aware of the present moment, 90% of the obstacles wither away automatically. Now the beauty of this is, the more we practice present moment awareness, which in modern day literature is called mindfulness, the more we are going to be in tune with the self, the all witnessing intelligence, which is so powerful that it knows what is good for our soul and what is not good for our soul. It takes care of our spiritual development, because let's remember, we are spiritual beings having a temporary human experience rather than a human being having a spiritual experience, right? And this definition of intention immediately brought about the thought of the Bhagavad Gita in me, wherein Lord Krishna says, do the actions with absolute mastery, do every work with perfection, but leave the results to me. Do not run behind the results. Your job is to do the actions. Your job is to have the intention, a very powerful intention, but without attachment to the outcome. As soon as you remove the element of attachment, that intention now becomes 100 times more powerful. I know this is easier being said than done, but this is all spirituality is all about, right? We are all enrolled in this growth school where we are going to make blunders, mistakes, we are going to fall. But let's remember, no matter how many times you fall, what really matters is whether you got up, or you fell, or you drowned, or did you let your life circumstances devastate you, destroy you, or did you get up stronger? Did you get up more powerful than before? Because challenges are a recipe for legend. Challenges are what make legends. Learn from the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and you become more stronger, you become more mature, you evolve into a better version. Now, this particular element which I wanted to focus on about the mechanics of how we can start practicing this law of intention and desire. He says that the more you release your intentions into that infinite organizing power, into the silent space between two thoughts, and the more you practice present moment awareness, and one very important aspect he says is we should not allow the obstacles which we see in our immediate environment take our attention. We should have this unbending faith, unbending conviction in the manifestation of our desire. Because unless we don't have that, we are bound to get conditioned to think negatively. We are bound to get transformed. We are bound to get completely absorbed in that negative situation, and we are getting diverted from that intention. This is something which I also gathered from this phenomenal book by Dr. Joe Dispenza, talking about breaking the habit of being yourself. So in that book he says that normally why we are not able to manifest our dream life is we do all the reading, we do all the positive affirmations, but when a situation happens which is not as per our wishes, we completely lose control, we completely shake from within, and that shaking from within diverts us from our intention, diverts us from that high vibration zone, which will eventually lead to the manifestation of our desires. So he talks about having this unbending, focused approach, focused positive attention towards your intention. No matter what the obstacles, you need to have that unbending, focused, positive picture in your mind of your intended outcome. If that is done for a periodic, for an extended long period of time, miracles are bound to happen. Now this is something very interesting, right? This actually is something which happened in my own life. If I reflect back in my IIT days, when I was given 2 awards, not only one. I was the recipient of American Bureau of Shipping Prize and the recipient of Dr. K.A.V. Pandalai Prize. And funny enough, throughout the 2 years, I wasn't the first, right? I probably was in the second or third. But I always wanted that title in my mind. And there were so many obstacles, so many ups and downs in that academic journey, because I had to compete with the best of the best. But I had this unbending purpose. I had this unbending purpose that I will get it no matter what. But there was no obsession about it. There was no desperation about it. And finally, what happened left me spellbound, because my dream had come true. So this is just a short example of how your dreams can become real if you apply the laws in a pertinent way, in a proper way. Hope this part 2 of this video of law of intention and desire has helped you in trying to understand how you can practically implement this in your day-to-day life. And let's remember one thing. When we are trying to implement this law, we need to be very careful that we are not violating the other laws of spiritual success. Often we do this blunder that we are successfully applying one law, but we fail to apply the other laws successfully. Now this can be a chaotic situation, and it could lead to a sort of hypocritic situation wherein one law is fructifying and another is not fructifying, and that could lead to a blockage of your manifestation. So we need to think it from a holistic standpoint. And if you want to understand about the other laws of spiritual success, please go and visit my other laws which are already there in the channel. There are only about 2 laws which are pending, but they are extremely important as well. They'll be coming soon. And with that, we come to the end of this beautiful video. If you really enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe the content like this, and meet you in the next video. Thank you, and hope you found value out of it. And let's remember one last thing: how much ever things you read, how much ever things you consume, knowledge becomes wisdom only once you start applying it. And you're not going to be able to apply it successfully the day you read it. But we are all enrolled in this growth school. We apply, we fail, we apply, we fail, but we continue to learn and apply, learn and apply. At least we are 1% better than what we were. So let's keep trying to improve ourselves, because we are not improving ourselves for someone else, but we are improving ourselves for the evolution of our own soul. We don't need certificates from someone, we don't need accolades from someone about our character. There is this universal consciousness which is seeing, which is witness to the growth of our own character. So if there is someone we need to be truthful to, it's our own self and the Almighty. With that humble message, I hope this video was of immense service to you and value to you. Meet you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.